everyone, I am Kentrissa. I am the Real Credit Princess. Check me out on my Instagram page. Today we are going to talk about cash versus credit. Which one do you feel is better for you at the time and the place? So first we'll get started into cash versus credit. What should we do first? I like cash. I'm a cash girl. I love cash. I love credit. I'm the credit princess. I believe that credit will get you to a certain place. However, I feel like cash will keep you grounded. Okay? So factor one, cash is instant. It's right away. You have to go out and you need to valet. Do you have a cash app or do you have some cash? Ideally, you want to go, person, I have the cash. Can I get a valet, please? Yeah. So you're going to be serviced right away versus a person that have this. So right now it looks like cash is in the running. Ding, ding, ding for cash. It helps you keep your debt in check. So let's say you go to Whataburger, Walmart. No, we're gonna go maybe to the Dollar General. And we just got our new apartment and we only want to spend like $50 on decoration. Alright, so we spent $50 on decoration and we have a $100 bill. So we can splurge and say, you know what, I can just get decorations, I can get me some snacks, I can buy myself something extra because I have extra money. I only had $50 in my mind, but I have $100, right? So if your bill come out to 101, you're gonna put something back because all you have is 100. Versus you have one of your credit cards might be, maybe $10,000. You're not gonna be like, oh my God, I gotta put a dollar item back because I'm over my limit. You're gonna say, sure, let's go ahead and add the dollar. You need anything too? Oh, I have a lot of money on this card. So then at the end of the month, you're like, oh my God, I overspent. Whereas cash, it's done. It's over with. Tomorrow is a new day. So that's why cash is still winning for me. When using cash, it is much easier to track exactly how much is going in versus out. So I made, $1,000 this month. And I have to spend $500 for my rent, $100 for groceries, another $100 for miscellaneous. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, wow, that's weird. I literally pulled out $1,000. That was funny. So I made $1,000 for the entire month. It's February the 1st. I have till February 29th, 30th to spend this money. And I need to allocate $500 for my rent. So we have $500 for my rent. And the other $500 is for just whatever else because I have to have a place to live, right? I have to spend another $100 for my light bill because I need lights, right? Okay. So go spend another $100 for groceries. I'm still balling. Okay, I still have $300 left, and I have no debt. Winning, my car is paid off, so this is all for me for the whole entire month. I have literally $300 to spend, right? So I'm gonna be a little bit more mindful when I go out and hang out with my friends, when I travel, when I do things, because I know that for the entire month, this is all I have. Versus, and this is me in real life because I actually had to file bankruptcy because I did these things, but I'm more responsible now. I don't do these things anymore, which is why I have so many credit cards. And they are all below 10% utilization. If you watch my previous videos, you will see I will go in depth about what utilization is and how important it is. Well, I'll pick one of my favorite credit cards, American Express. So let's say I made $1,000 for the month, but what I only had left was $300, but my credit card is $10,000. Do you think that once I got to $300, so do you think that once I got to $300 on my credit card, I would have stopped spending knowing that I had how much more money available for me to use? Which one do you think I would abuse more, or could I abuse more? I would definitely abuse this more because I had the available money to spend. This cannot be spent because it's gone. It's not even here to see. We're still talking about cash versus credit, guys. Listen, this is fun for me. Is it fun for you? So we had out versus in. We're going by notes. All right, so if your cash is stolen, you can't get it back. Facts. So the thing about it is, I'm walking around and I'm just feeling like I'm just a big old boss, counting all this money, and I want to show off to my friends. I'm so rich. I have all this money, and it's a whole lot of money to hold in my hand, and it's very oily and it's very nasty, but I'm rich. So this is what you're doing, and you're constantly just having your own stuff, a good old time, thinking that, you know, you're showing off, right? But getting yourself set up to get robbed real quick, real fast. Because I don't live in all parts of the world, so I know that that really happens. So yeah, while you're still counting, right, this one over here is getting robbed, while this one here can get robbed but get their money back. So that goes to my next point, cash versus credit. If you are walking around with $50,000 cash and someone walks up on you and they take all your money, that's a loss. Someone walks up on you and take credit card, you'll get that money back. Looks like that's another point for the credit card. I'm not biased. Well, I am a cash girl, but credit card have their perks, and we'll get into that. Just keep watching. Cash will get you a deal. Definitely. Let's say that you're selling me a vehicle, and the vehicle is, I don't know, a few years younger than, let's just say this car is a 2015, and this car is probably $10,000. That's the price you wanted for it, but I came in, and this car has been sitting in your lot, and nobody can buy it, but you didn't spend your money to buy this car, and you're selling this car for this price, and whenever somebody comes on and say, hey man, I have, how much money you pay for this car? $5,000? And the person was like, I'm not paying $10,000. I'll give you $8,000. They get to counting away $8,000. What's gonna happen? Versus you walking up in there with a credit card, they're gonna want the entire balance because one, they have to wait for this to process, and it's tax. So looks like cash is winning. That's another point for cash. Next point. All right, looks like credit's gonna win for this one. So you want to go out of town, you want to take your girlfriend somewhere, you want to take your boyfriend somewhere, you want to take your kids on a vacation, you want to have a little bit of fun. Unfortunately, you cannot call up a travel agent and say, hey, I have the money to pay for this flight. Can you please pay for it? No, you have to actually call up with the credit card number and give them your information and make sure they can have a deposit held on it, and then you'll be able to proceed with your travels. If you do not have a credit card, unfortunately, cash will take a dozer this time because you have to have a credit card in order to travel. We are still talking about cash, by the way. My last and my final thing on cash is it does prevent you from credit card theft. If you are walking around with $50,000 cash, nobody can see your identity because they don't even know who you are. Nowhere on any of these hundreds does it say my name. Nowhere. So if you took it from me, that's all you would take. I can get this back. But once you are a victim of identity theft, and for the ones that have been, I do feel sorry for you, but I am here to help you. Credit cards, if these are stolen, this can alter someone's life for years and 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 years. So this could actually be the debt of me, seriously, because I have so many. And the reason I have so many is because I use them to help my clients. But if they were in the wrong hands, it could be a long time before I would be able to fix it. Versus cash, it's instant, it's done, you're upset, but it's not going to damage your credit. Versus credit, you will take a doozy for that one. Now we are going to talk into credit. Okay, so here we go. One of my favorite things about having a credit card would be, let's say you have a job and they need $1,000 worth of equipment, and you don't have $1,000 cash because remember, you only make $1,000 a month, right? So if you're only making $1,000 a month, by the end of the month, all you have is $300. So you can't front your boss $1,000. But if you had a credit card, right? Boom, pal, you pull out that good old credit card, then you would be able to front like you had it, because fake it till you make it, and you would be able to buy whatever it is that you needed, and nobody would ever know that you broke. It's nobody's business because you have good credit, right? So that's always a plus, I would think, maybe, because nobody want to really say I'm broke. Credit card goes through, who would know you broke? Because all your credit cards go through. You can be literally living a whole lot on credit. I know a lot of people that do, but all of my credit cards are at 0%, and they're all zeroed. Like, I don't owe anything on any of these credit cards. And the reason why is because I had to file bankruptcy because of this right here. That's why I don't promote it. I do it to help people, but I just don't promote it because I do understand that if you do not be responsible, you will find yourself in bankruptcy court. I am a product of it. But she ain't broke right now though. Okay, so also we're going to talk some good things about credit cards. Credit cards will give you great spending power. So let's just say, you go out, you don't have any money, and now your friends are buying all these nice, expensive things. You just feel some type of way because you really don't have no money, but you have credit cards. So they're all buying purses and they're eating nice things, and you're like, you know what? This is depressing. If you wanted to have an emotional moment and just a pity moment, listen, you have the spending power. Do I promote it? Hell no. But I understand, and it happens, and it's real life. I've been there before. I understand how that feels, and if I was in that same position now, I probably would do it again. Honestly, it just makes you feel better, and sometimes feeling better is just being better, and that's just that. That's how I feel. Hey, listen, leave me a comment. Tell me how you really feel. It's fine. Another benefit of having credit cards are your reward points. So one of the great things that I love, especially with my American Express cards, just by being a credit card holder, you can sit at the NBA game. You can sit in their American Express VIP. I'm not sure the new rules due to COVID, but they definitely have some perks for just having their card. So if you bought like a basic entrance level to any game or any event, just by having your American Express card, you literally can walk up to the gate and walk into the VIP lounge of American Express. In addition with that, traveling as well, that's the same. You have those same perks for traveling. So let's say you're traveling and you have your husband with you and your baby, and the general lounge is just flooded with people. Well, because you're an American Express holder, I'm not sure which card you have to have. But if you're an American Express card holder, you can actually get in the American Express VIP area. So why not sit there and wait for your flight instead of in the general population? I mean, no disrespect for general population, because that's where I sit all the time anyway. I'm just saying. That's a benefit of having the American Express card, of having a credit card. We're talking about cash versus credit. Just by having a credit card will help you build your credit. It will open up doors for you buying a house. It will open up opportunities for you getting your first car loan. So just by having a simple credit card will literally allocate the opportunity for a home and a vehicle. So the next time you are given the opportunity to get a credit card, I would definitely opt in for that. I would not necessarily say to use it because I am a cash girl. I need credit. I would rather use cash, but that's just my own opinion. Maybe, maybe not. Just keep tuning in and you'll see what do I like more. One of the downsides to having a credit card is having your annual fees. So all of my credit gurus that have all of my premier credit cards, they know who I'm talking about. They will spend anywhere from $100 to almost $600 in annual fees for just being a card holder. Yes, that is correct. Ladies and gentlemen, did you hear what I said? I will repeat it. They will spend $600 a year to just hold a credit card. That's not even using it. That's just being a card holder. I'm so sorry. There is nothing in this world that I would just pay $600 a year just to have it in my wallet. I'm sorry, that's not me. But these same credit cards that they're spending $600 a year on could get them free airfare to Dubai, free dinners, free basketball tickets, free concert tickets. So then you say to yourself, Okay, well, maybe I would spend the $600 a year for the annual fees, because just that flight last month was $1,600, but I got it for free because I had rewards. So then you have to go back and forth and say, well, which one is better? Which one is better? Which one is better, right? So I had to play that trick on you guys. Another thing about credit cards, this one will probably take a negative. Okay, let's say you get this credit card, you had a really good credit score at the time when you got the credit card. Within 2 years, life happened and you made a late payment. Well, there's a rule that if you make your payment late, one time they can change your APR to as high as to 29%. So you go from paying 0% interest rate to 29% interest rate, all because of a mistake. That's not fair. I don't like that rule. So that would take a negative point from you when it comes to credit cards. So I want to know your thoughts. What are you guys? Are you cash? Are you credit? I want to know. So please give me your comments, your likes, your subscribe. Which one are you? Are you a credit person? Are you a cash person? Like, comment, subscribe. I am here. I'm the Real Credit Princess. And get at me.